What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Wrestling Junkies Podcast. I'm Mr. Cincinnati, and as always, I am joined by the podcast dad himself, Choops. What's going on, brother?
Oh, just having another fabulous hair day. I know. I look great. You don't have to say it out loud. It's okay. We're all thinking it. But I'm good, man. It's cold here in Cincinnati. Winter hit like a ton of bricks, but hey, that's why I'm rocking this beautiful hoodie today.
Well, first and foremost, what up to Daniel? Good to see you tonight, and welcome to everybody watching. As always, Mr. Cincinnati Podcast Dad, thank you for joining us tonight. We have a massive show ahead. I think that this is probably one of the biggest episodes that we've ever done. Is that fair to say?
Doubleheader.
I mean, I'm telling a doubleheader in the same episode here. I mean, we've done 2 shows in a day before, but this is a pretty monumental one, and we have a lot that we want to cover. So let's get right on in. As always, make sure you're following us at Junkies Pod on X, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. We're both on TikTok. We absolutely love talking about wrestling, and we hope you guys enjoy this journey with us. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Choops, what is that magic number?
Just one. It's one less sugar than it's in the 0-calorie Sunkiss. But if you tell one person, hey, I like what these guys are doing, what harm would that do? Would that hurt you? Would that hurt you, Mr. Cincinnati, if you told a friend,
it would not.
Hey,
I mean,
we're doing?
I would welcome it. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers right now. We need your help to get there. We're at 357 right now, I want to say. So,
Yes.
Yeah, we're busting our asses over here, making some great wrestling content. We want to share it with everybody. So, again, subscribe to our YouTube channel. While you're on that follow train, make sure you support our good brothers at the Main Event Wrestling Network at mainevent_net. Amazing podcasts, blogs, memes, fan art, you name it, we have it. Incredible group of people that we work with, and we're always looking to expand our circle. So if you are interested, DM us, and we would be happy to chat with you. And Podcast Dad, he's looking mighty toasty in that Wrestling Junkies hoodie, and you can get yours here. Wrestling Junkies Pod, our official merchandise store. Please go support us. This is how we are able to reinvest in the world of professional wrestling. And again, T-shirts, hoodies, tank tops, coffee mugs. I mean, you name it, we have it. I guess other than caps, but
Don't have caps.
I know.
Don't have caps.
Again, that I think that will be a Gorilla Press thing. Make sure that you are supporting our friends at Gorilla Press Apparel, at gorillapressapparel.bigcartel.com. Use promo code WJP2024 for 25% off site-wide. So I talked to Will today, and he showed me 2 new mock-ups for some designs. And even though I am a Shawn Michaels stan until the day I die, he's got some pretty interesting sharpshooter-esque stuff in the works here. I cannot wait for you guys to see these. Again, gorillapressapparel.bigcartel.com. If you're a wrestler, manager, promotion, you need some merch for those tables, DM them. They do take custom commissions. That Gary J unsigned and don't care t-shirt is absolute fire. Again, great group of people that we work with over at Gorilla Press Apparel. And as Mr. Gagliardi, Mr. OTM said, looking to join the Main Event Wrestling Network, shoot us a DM. We would love to talk to you. Few more plugs we got to get into. Coastal Empire Wrestling still standing. That will be October 26th. Randall Reno III, Hakeem Young, he still doesn't have a title. Chip Schuyler, Simon Sermon, Exotic Youth in action in a body bag tag team match. I think that they're finally going to get those tag team titles taken away from them, but I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. And as always, we will be covering that for Coastal Countdown. We'll probably be filming that in the next week or so. And then this weekend, Manders versus Flacco 2, Action Wrestling. Again, Roger Spencer Community Center in Tyrone, Georgia, an incredibly stacked card. And we're going to have some of these names on here in a little bit. Suge D, Jamesen Shook. We've got Manders, Bobby Flacco, Rico Gonzalez, Rob Killjoy. The list goes on and on and on. So, again, make sure to check that out live on IWTV. Now, I think that's all the plugs. Podcast Dad, sorry. Anything else that you've got? I'm really excited, man.
You just call me the podcast plug?
No, okay. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready? Can we do this now, please?
Oh, I thought you were
because
ready. Okay. Are you ready?
All right, so let's get into it because, quite frankly, this is, again, special edition. We are just days away from one of the most highly anticipated matches on that Action Wrestling card. We've got a man who's been blazing his path through the independent wrestling scene, recently ranked number 385 on the 2024 PWI 500, and he won the Action Futures tournament at Scenic City Invitational this year, Jamesen Shook. Then we also have a man who needs no introduction, but we're going to give him one anyway. He's the only two-time Action Wrestling Tag Team Champion, currently ranked number 73 on the PWI, Suge D. He's promised to give Jamesen some talking lessons and some losing lessons this weekend. They have a lot to talk about, and we want to give them the forum to do it. So without further ado, please welcome Jamesen Shook and Suge D. Gentlemen, how are you? Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Go ahead, kid.
I'm doing great. How are you three?
We couldn't be better. You know, it's always great to see you, Shook. It's been a minute. I don't think we've seen you since SCI. So yeah, it's good to have you back, Suge D. First time on our show. This is a pleasure. So thank you for joining us.
I wish it was more of a pleasure, but circumstances.
It's okay.
All right.
Okay.
Well, we're podcast. Ed, you want to kick us off here?
Sure. So, you guys. Let's just get right to it. You guys have a match coming up. I'll start with Jamesen. How are we feeling going into it?
I'm feeling pretty good, feeling quite confident, I'm very excited for this because this is the second time I've wrestled Suge D, and the first time was a losing effort, but I've grown since then. It's been now well over a year since that last match. Keep holding up that Action Tag Team title, that's fine. I'm feeling... I don't know. I'm just feeling this. I feel excited, and I just feel I'm very confident in this match. I'm feeling very good going into this one.
Okay. Suge, how we doing?
I was, we have to rewind it back because I was doing great until, Junior over there, brought my name into things. Look, cool. You feel confident. It's been a year since then. This, that, and the third. I mean, let's cut all the pleasantries out the way. why don't you tell them what my real problem with you is? You should know. Go ahead.
Your real problem with me. I mean, I guess you think I don't take this so serious as you do, or anyone in the good hand does, which I find that to be just a load of crap because I don't see anybody else in that going out having 200 matches in less than 2 years. I don't see anybody else going out and putting in miles like I am. I don't see anybody else busting their ass as hard as they can in their first 2 years in wrestling like I have so far.
Oh my God, I love this business so much and I'm so passionate for it and this, that, and the third. Okay, look. Here's the deal, kid. It's cool. You had 200 matches, this, that, and the third. You ran up and down. One of the things I figured out in year... I don't know, 6, 7, or whatever it is, when you were probably still thinking about wrestling in terms of video games or creative characters at that particular time, was the fact that, it ain't so much how many you have. It's the quality of those returns. It's the places that you go to. It's what you actually learn. And, I look at somebody like you and Jaden Newman as a trainer, and all the people are like, oh my God, he's tall, he's a good looking kid, he's this, that, and the third, he's charismatic, could take this business so not seriously. And you're like that kid that's in the family that they never give a talking to. Nobody ever checks. You want to have a show in your second or third year, and they just give it to you. They give you all the means to go ahead and do it. You want to run around and do a scaffold match. You put it in people's ear, and they go ahead and they do it. Nobody ever just sits you down and says, hey, kid, maybe, just maybe, you're biting off a little bit more than you can chew. The prime example of that was you at this school show, and I know you're pissed off, but you called me out, and you called me out by name. Brother, I got DC, I got Vegas, I'm talking to Arizona. I have other things that I'm worried about. But your bum ass calls me out for a match this Friday. And I guess I have to take time out of my schedule because, you being in that little kid complex that we're talking about. Either if I don't accept, then you're going to call me scared. And if I do accept, I'm still spoiling you because you get to share a ring with me that you, quite frankly, haven't even earned. So I'm going to give you what you want, but I'm going to give you everything that comes with it. That's what I mean by there's some lessons, because nobody's teaching you any of those apparently in those 200 matches that you've had, and it's high time somebody did.
Wow. I mean, yeah, no, extremely. Suge, I'm going to follow this up with you here. I mean, you guys are both coming into it with a lot of momentum. Again, only two-time tag team champion in the company history. Jamesen Shook. You're a tag team wrestler as well. Totally shook with finesse. You guys are both tag team specialists. You both have a shit ton of momentum going into this weekend. What does preparation look like for this match, knowing that both of you is riding a hot hand right now?
Go ahead, Suge. Go ahead, Suge.
You don't tell me when to talk, man.
Okay.
You could go right here. You look bothered. I'm so glad that you actually have an emotion other than, like, I don't know, laughing about something or smiling about something. You actually are passionate about something for real. That's awesome, man. Go ahead. Let's talk about it, man. How are you preparing for me?
How am I preparing for Suge D? Well, if I can be 100% honest, and this is nothing towards Mr. Cincinnati at all, I would not say that Suge D is a tag team specialist. I believe he's more than that, because I can recognize when someone's great, Suge D. I can recognize that. Suge D, and not to take away from anything from everybody else, Suge D is a phenomenal professional wrestler. I would be lying if I said he wasn't. All right. There. I said it. You happy? You're good. Congrats. However, how have I been preparing? I think what I've done recently kind of speaks for how I've been preparing. And when you want to talk about how many matches, let's talk about the quality of these matches I've had recently. Let's talk about that 2024 Action Futures Showcase tournament that I won. And hey, who was in that? The Wall and Casey Owens. Those are two good hand guys. Yeah, and I won that tournament.
Did.
Yeah, I did. Let's talk about my show that I was handed, even though I busted my ass to put that thing on. Let's talk about that show real quick. Who did I wrestle on that show? I wrestled Matt Tremont. One of probably the best deathmatch wrestler, and not even maybe, a top 5, top 3 independent wrestler ever. You can't deny that, Suge D. You just can't.
Like, we can't deny that you booked yourself in that spot, but it's cool. Go ahead.
So you don't think he earned the spot? And this is just a genuine question. You don't think
he
that he
paid
earned
for the show? It's got his name on it. What you want me to tell you? The same way that it's a fact that Casey and Wall, yes, they dropped the ball as far as it goes on that. And since then, Casey picked up his first singles title with the Gig City, my coaching. Oh, and the Wall's like doing his, second tour of Germany right now? Tearing things up or whatever it is. I'm just saying, if we're going to point out facts, let's point out facts. But please, continue.
Okay, we can point out facts. Okay. As of this past weekend at TWE, I'll admit it, losing effort. Me and Totally Plastic Finesse. I was the one who got pinned, and I take full responsibility for that match. And I've apologized to Finesse for flipping out. We lost our TWE tag team titles that we had. Oh, 2-time TWE tag team champions, by the way. 2-time Action Wrestling champion, or tag team champion, whatever. So I would say I've been preparing by just doing more and putting quality into that more, by the way. Because I've wrestled Wall numerous times during that. I've wrestled Casey Owens numerous times during that. Oh, Kevin Ryan, the other guy in the good hand, I threw him off a scaffold during that, by the way. So how I've been preparing, I think my resume kind of speaks for itself, in my opinion. And that's not me being high on myself. That's just a fact, right, Suge?
Cool, man. So when you apply for a job, they have this thing where you're overqualified for the job, and they also have this thing where you're underqualified for the job, right? So where you stand, if we were talking about an entry-level wrestler or something to that effect, man, you would be overqualified if we were talking about that, man. I'd give it to you. You got the Futures title. You're running around doing this, that, and the third, and yeah, you put a beating on my boys, and then I gave a verbal brow beating to my boys, and then they got better, because this is what the good hand is all about. But then you couldn't just stick with the entry level job, right? Because the same way that you're going back and forth, they teach this in promo class 101. You never. Can we curse on this show? Is it okay?
Say whatever the fuck you want.
Because I gotta say that. Thank you so much. You don't say the other person ain't shit, because then you're not beating anybody. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna say that you ain't shit, because kids, you got potential. But the thing about it is, it's like everybody has always pegged you for that potential. I recognize myself in Casey Owens because I was one of those guys when I started off training. Nobody thought was really going to get out the gates, and I'm one of the ones still going, still doing quality work. You know, Wall, despite his size, everything that he's got going on and everything to that effect, he's got a bad attitude. That's not a guy that you want in your locker room. He cancerous potential. Nah, I like Wall. I like his attitude because he wants to win. And he's willing to do whatever it takes to win. So that's why I pulled him close. You, on the other end, though, you, the chosen one, babied. They knew they were going to do stuff with you, even if you were, kind of not taking it seriously, as we've discussed. But that is what it is. I'm not going to say that you are not talented. But you are trying to give your resume to a professional level job, which is Suge D, Doug Williams, Chris Hero, Chris Jericho, Lance Archer, Alex Shelley. Like, I can go on and on and on and on about the guys that I got to do. And for those of you out there who think that nothing matters unless you're signed, let's keep something very, very, very important. If the indies didn't matter, they wouldn't be coming to do our shows when they're not on TV. I'm just saying. I make a very good living off of what it is that I do, and I stay busy. I'm a professional. I'm not going to let anybody insult me because indie wrestling is my 100% thing, and I've never signed a deal. I used to piss myself off about that, but now I kind of take pride in that. Recognized world champion despite the fact that I've never signed a deal. You are trying to bring an entry-level resume, intern resume to a professional job, yo. I'm insulted that you would even think that that's even on point, that that's even on place with me. You say it's a year later and you're doing all this different stuff and everything to that effect. What do you think I've been doing for a whole year, man? What do you think I've been wrestling during that year while you were trying to get better? I was already good, and now I'm just cementing great. But, you're doing good. Everybody's patting Jamesen on the back, man. He's doing such a good job. Finesse ain't going to be able to help you. A little crowd ain't going to be able to help you. I know you've been doing really, really, really good, and you've been going strong, and everybody's wanting to see you pull out that one little thing to let it be known that you can hang with the big dogs in action. But let me tell you, it ain't going to be at my expense. I can't let it be at my expense. Not to you. Specifically, not to you. I'd rather cut all my hair off than have to live with the fact that Jamesen Shook has a win over me, especially in an action wrestling ring, because I got bigger plans for that place, and one of them ain't losing to you. Hey, I see you, Finesse. I see you. You remember what happened the last time we got into it, too. Matter of fact, let's talk about your tag team partner who skirted one over on me on Retinal, and you saw what I had to do to him. I obsessed about that for days, for weeks, until I finally got that together. I am not going to waste any further thoughts on you after Friday. I can't do that.
Huh.
You got a thought? Spit it out.
I'm thinking about, okay. Oh, man, I'm just thinking about it. Like, if you were that obsessed after that loss to one of my best friends in wrestling, just in life in general, Finesse, I'm just thinking about, man, what trauma would it cause you for me to pin you in the middle of an action wrestling ring? What would that do? Now I'm even more. You're just making me more excited, should be. I'm fired up. Hit my music. I'm ready to go.
Oh my God.
I'll drive to Rogers tonight.
Brother, you pin me. Oh, this is laughable, man. This is the best joke I've heard all week, man. You really believe this is possible. You really believe that you can make this happen. Mm-hmm. This Friday, you getting a pin on me.
Yes.
Oh, this is good. This is rich. I gotta love it. I love the swagger. I love the confidence, man. But I love my Georgia sports. But Atlanta was very confident they were going to win the Super Bowl, and then and I'm trying to get you in a mind state, right? You're good. Dare I say at my level, okay. And I think you're going to do a hell of a job, and I think you're going to try to give everything that you can, but my thing is I know everything you're going to do and then some. I've seen all the enziguris. I've seen all the jump back cutters. I've seen the variations of the awful waffle. I've seen the whole deal, how you try to get in your opponent's head, but you can't get in my head. I know all those tricks. I've ran all those tricks. I've forgotten more about professional wrestling than you've ever had the chance to learn, kid. And I hate it because I know you need this. I absolutely know that you need this match because it's only so long that you can keep losing in action wrestling before they got to file you out and file somebody else in. And there's people knocking at the door to get in, So I really hope that you can give what do the kids call it now? Bangers. Yeah, I really hope that you can give a banger performance or something like that to really cement your spot, because if it's a win that you're looking for, no. And you insult me even forming that as a thought. You insulted me by even going ahead and putting that out in words, man. And I would tell you to apologize, but you're just too damn dumb to do it. But that's okay.
Wow. Yeah, definitely. There's definitely a lot to unpack there, but we would be here for the next 4 fucking days to try to do it. But I want us to, as we kind of come to the end of our time here, I want to ask one question to you both. And Suge, we'll start with you. Look, in this business, respect is earned. All right, and you guys have done a lot of talking leading into this match. What would it take for you two to respect each other by the end of this Friday?
You're asking me first?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. For one, a little bit less talk, a little bit more action. And what your thoughts of action aren't quite it. Oh, did he black out? Did he go? Is he? Oh my God! Did he do the sample?
No,
okay, already. He's back.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I said, his connection must know I'm serious too. You know what I'm saying? It spazzed out on him. Tried to have him save face. But no, I'm just saying, again, you take your beatings, you take your lumps, you go through what you go through, you have everything that's going on. I would tell you, as a piece of veteran advice, maybe you need to pick your battles a little bit more. Maybe, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 more years. You toil around on the lower card a little bit more. Maybe, kind of drop it back a little bit. Your time will come. But if you come for the king, as the wire says, you best not miss. And I feel like you haven't adjusted your sights at all for the shot that you're about to take. So we can play this game. We can do this. Just know, once the bell rings, I'm not laughing about it anymore. I'm not speculating it anymore. I'm just going to twist you apart. And I'm going to beat you down. And I'm going to take some years off of your career. And I'm going to make you think about what you did and who you called out. Because despite all the basketballs that I've dribbled and all the funny stuff that I've done and all the I believe I could fly spots and the Pineapple Pete stuff, Lord, everybody loves to bring up the Pineapple Pete stuff. I've hurt my share of people. I've stretched my share of people. I've shortened many, many a career. I cannot understand or fathom for the life of me how somebody like you, who's got so much to look forward to in the future, would waste that and possibly cancel all of that by stepping to me. I feel so bad for you. But I'll see you on Friday. Looking forward to it. It's going to be a great time. For me.
Shook, last word's yours, my man.
So what would it take for me to have respect for Suge D after Friday? Here's the thing. I already respect Suge. I've made this known throughout this podcast. I respect Suge. He's done a lot. And here's the thing. I've never brought up the pineapple Pete's. I've never brought up the dribbling of the basketballs or the I believe I can fly spots because I see you for what you are now. I've seen you hurt people. I've seen you shorten careers, Suge D. I've seen what you've done recently with the Pan-African World Championship. Dominant. Am I wrong? It's dominant. You've had a very dominant run. One half of the only two-time action tag team champions. That's fair. Yes. You have been on a dominant run for how long have you been wrestling, Suge D? How long?
Longer than I care to admit, but longer than you've probably been alive, sir.
Yes. And you've been on a run, I'd say like what? At least 70% of that. You've been like just going up. Somehow you get even better as it goes on. And that's just something I can't ignore, and I respect that. That's why this Friday, when I beat you, it's going to be so much sweeter to me to finally, well, I would say hear you shut up, but I wouldn't hear anything because you'd just be silent. I want to shut you up. And I can't wait to do it this Friday. Maybe I'll respect you more when you stop talking. Somehow I'll gain a new level of respect for you.
Well, gentlemen, it's time for talk is over. You guys have had your opportunity to say everything that you want to say to each other, and thank you again for joining us here tonight. Remember, Suge D versus Jamesen Shook this Friday night. Action Wrestling streaming live on IWTV. Gentlemen, absolute best of luck this weekend. Thank you so much for joining us, and I'm sure that we'll be talking to you both again soon.
Yep, he's going to need it. Thanks for having me.
Anytime, gentlemen. Good to see you guys. Thank you again to Jamesen Shook and Suge D. Man, that's
cantankerous when we have people.
Yeah.
Why is it always angry?
I don't know. I look. That still went a hell of a lot better than last week went. Okay, so it's okay. It could be worse. It could absolutely. It could be worse.
Yes.
But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. Yeah, no, the hits keep coming. We're getting ready to go into our second half of the show tonight. Before we introduce our guests again, first and foremost, this is just a great weekend for wrestling, Action Wrestling, Platinum Championship Wrestling. Do us a favor, make sure you're following us at Junkies Pod. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Chris, what is that magic number?
One.
Just one. Tell one person, if they would enjoy our show, please just do us a huge favor and share it with them. Kyle, we agree that was absolutely great business. Now at this point, quick little tee up for tomorrow. We'll be discussing a little bit of NXT as well as AEW Dynamite, observing all of the fallout from Wrestle Dream. What's next for Bryan Danielson? What's next for Jon Moxley, MJF, Adam Cole, and others? But it is time to move on to the second half of our show here this weekend. Platinum Championship Wrestling presents Turn the Page 2. This is their second biggest show of the year. We are thrilled to be joined by two of these competitors right now. We've got William Huckabee and Lamar Diggs in the house. If you've been following their feud, you know these two cannot stand each other. If you thought that Suge and Jamesen Shook was bad, brace your fucking selves. After months of intense back and forths, both men trying to end the other's career, the stakes could not be higher for this King of the Street challenge. So without further ado, please do us a huge favor and please welcome William Huckabee and Lamar Diggs. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us tonight. How are y'all?
Chilling. What's up with you? What's up, gentlemen?
Can't complain.
I think let's go ahead and because you said something wrong. I don't hate Diggs. I don't think this is a matter of hate. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What your previous guests had, they literally don't dislike each other. And I think I can speak for Diggs when I say this isn't a matter of hatred. Anybody that's in our business, anybody that's an actual adult, you know, when you're a child, your parents tell you, no matter how bad you think you are, there's always somebody badder. And I've always grown up thinking I was the baddest MFer on the block. You know what I'm saying? And we have the young bull, you know what I'm saying? We have the young bull Diggs who thinks that he can actually whoop my ass. So that's what this is about. This is about, hey, who really is Billy Badass? I think that could be fair, Kenneth Diggs. We don't actually hate each other, do we? I mean, I hate things about you, but I hate your gear. But other than that,
you're absolutely right. I don't hate you. I pity you, William Huckabee. You're right. This is about me and you seeing who's Billy Badass, because we know you're hanging on whatever reputation you used to have. So you're right. I don't hate you. I just pity the fuck out of you, Huck.
Wow.
See, anyway, go ahead, Mr. Cincinnati. Go ahead. Finish your introduction, please.
I mean, at this point, I think the time for introductions has long passed.
Gone.
I mean, are you fucking kidding me?
Wow, you. So,
Chris,
let's rewind. Like, can we rewind just a little bit? And Diggs, we'll start with you. How did this all get started?
So y'all are gonna think this is funny, right? When I first moved to Atlanta, just roaming around trying to find something to do, watch wrestling, I ran into a show hosted by AWE. And the very first match that I saw, because I was late, was William Huckabee. I watched Huck's match. I was amazed. Huck was this big ass, fat, badass that just went around and beat everybody's ass. I mean, dominantly. Last 2 years, what you get? Mr. Mentor of the Year, soft ass, can you whoop me, going around beating up on young boys and folks he know he could beat. That is why I can't stand Huck. And then he has the nerve to step into my stomping grounds with his can you whoop me challenge. And he don't even come to me. He don't come to the biggest dog on the block. He comes to, who was it, Irv, Greenies, job guys who just looking to get on. That's my problem with Huck right there. He is a shell of his former self.
I mean, we started from respect, and now it's definitely it's just not feeling that way. But I mean, this is the biggest show of the year. This is the biggest opportunity. Everyone wants to be on this card. Everybody wants to make their name known. Looking back at how we've gotten here, do either of you regret how far this has gone, or is this just part of the game?
No, I see.
And that's the purpose of this match. It should have been taken farther.
See, the issue with Diggs is when I have a open challenge, that means anybody, and I say it in front of the entire crowd, anybody who thinks they can whoop my ass, come into the ring. I don't choose my opponents. My opponents come out and they volunteer. So if Diggs thought that he could whoop my ass months ago, he could have. You know what I'm saying? But the constantly, as my dad used to say, the back jumping, you know what I'm saying, throwing a rock and hiding your hand, that shit right there, that's not grown man tendencies. But what can I expect for somebody from backwoods Alabama? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can't expect anything better from somebody who's an Alabama fan. You get what I'm saying? But now, and it's funny, they always say number one is never worried about number two. Lions aren't worried about the opinions of sheep. I've been doing this for almost 20 years. February will be 19 years for me. You know what I'm saying? And even now, after my heart attack, after COVID, there's very few locker rooms that you can go to around the country where my name doesn't ring bells, where the mention of the name Huckabee doesn't make somebody's heart start beating a little faster, because people know that's what I can do. Now, Diggs says I'm resting on my laurels, but last time I checked, I just beat your trainer, or one of your trainers, in a tag team match. I think I've beaten everybody that you've beaten, Diggs, I've already beaten. I've beaten Jeter. I've beaten Trey Shaw. I've beaten Hakeem Young. I've beaten all of them. You know what I'm saying? So you are following just like every other big black wrestler in the South. You can thank me for the credit that you can thank me for the career that you have, because all of y'all are trying to be Will Huckabee. There was nobody like me beforehand. There was not another big black man like me. And ever since me, all of y'all are nothing more than copycats of Will Huckabee. Let's just be honest. All of y'all want to say y'all have the best punch in the business. All of y'all want to say y'all have the best spine buster. All of y'all want to do suplexes and slams and do flips and all this other shit. All of y'all are nothing but mere copycats of Will Huckabee. Period, point blank, period.
And see, that's the point that I keep trying to get to you, Huck. All those accolades that you just mentioned, you're right. But me and you, it's like Maestro meets World Breaker. You're right. I'm following your path. But as the Maestro, I've seen the path you took. And that path you turned nothing into nothing but I need to defend my throne. I'm the biggest badass here. When I've shown that I'm the biggest badass here. You walked into my territory. That's why we're having this defend the block, whatever you want to call it, just like old days. When somebody walk onto your street, you step up and you beat their ass. I shouldn't have had to challenge you. You throwing out challenges to
Any block, let me tell you something.
you
Any
should
block
have
that I
to
step
me.
on,
You
any
came at
locker
my
room,
house trying to be Billy
any
Badass.
locker room
And
I
I
walk
had to
into
show
is
you
my
who
locker
had the
room.
keys. You know what I'm
Any
saying?
locker room that I
You
walk into
post
is my
on your
locker room,
lungs
bro.
talking about everything you've done. Everything you've done has led to you mentoring these punk asses who don't deserve to be in my locker room. Everybody thinks they can wrestle because of you, Huck. Everybody thinks they're able to get in the ring because Huck's not a badass no more. Huck wants to give you advice. Huck wants to be, Daddy, can you help me now? See, Huck, I've seen the path you taken, and it ends in shit. And I gotta beat you. That's the reason for all this. So I can show you that it ain't the right way. People like me are needed. People like you are just obsolete VHS copies hanging around for relevance.
Okay. Real quick. Let's get back on track here for just a second. King of the Street Challenge. Can you explain what that match is, what it entails, and what we can expect to see?
A King of the Street
A
Challenge.
knockout.
Back in my day, you want to say I'm from bumfuck Alabama? Fine. But where
You
I'm
are.
from, when you had a
You
problem
are.
with somebody, you met their ass in the middle of the street, you fought it out, nobody interfered. You can use a weapon if you want to, but nobody's dumb enough because everybody had them hands, and the only way you could win is by knockout or submission. And at the end of the match, the loser has to get up and shake the winner's hand and acknowledge that he ain't the motherfucker he thought he was in front of everybody. That's the King of the Street
Now,
Challenge, whatever the hell it's
Well,
called.
we might as well just say knockout right now because I will never submit, homie. There's only been one person in 19 years to ever make me tap out, and you are not him.
And that's fine, because I
So I guess
planned
it's
on
gonna be a
knocking your
knockout.
ass
We
out
might as well say
anyway.
knockout.
Even if your ass did pass out, I was going to wake you up to knock you back out. So that's fine with me.
Mm, mm. You see,
I'm going to
gentlemen,
finish the
gentlemen,
job
you
that
see
you
the
say
drama
my
though.
trainer could not finish. And you got to remember this, Huck. You did beat my trainer, but it took you and two other people. Your luck going to run out sooner or later, and it's going to run out this Sunday.
You
I'm going to
see,
finish the
gentlemen,
job and life starts.
you see, gentlemen, you see the bravado. You see how he always has to overtalk somebody. You see how he has to be so loud. I don't need to yell. I don't need to get pissed. I don't need to get angry. I don't need to beat my chest and say, "Ooh, look at me. I'm what wrestling needs right now." You get what I'm saying? My
Sure.
reputation is solidified. I'm not. You're chasing me. That's the thing you don't understand, Diggs. You are chasing me. I didn't come looking for you. Nobody
Because you
walked
know
into
better.
PCW and was like, "Oh, where's Lamar Diggs? I got to see Lamar Diggs. Can Lamar
Because you
Diggs
knew
please
better.
accept me?" I don't need your acceptance. I don't need your approval. I don't need to beat my chest. You know what I'm saying? You could have been a man, and instead of letting Irv beat you to the punch, instead of letting Trey Shaw beat you to the punch, instead of letting Hakeem beat you to the punch, you could just walk down those curtains and say, "Hey, Huck, you know what? The hell with all these other guys. I know I can whoop your ass. Let's do it." Instead, you jump me from behind. You interfere in my matches. You know what I'm saying? You do a little nitpicking like you're still a child. And because you act like a child, as your daddy, I'm going to put you in a child's place. Now, if you can shut up for a second while me and the other two grown men talk for a second, they can ask me a question. I would greatly appreciate it.
That's cute. I should have to walk up to you and seek your permission. I don't need none of that. I'm just going to show everybody why I don't need none of this. See, that's your problem. You still looking for that admiration and riding on them coattails you hanging on to so vividly.
Are you going to let these gentlemen ask me a question?
You issued a challenge knowing when nobody going to answer that challenge, but people looking for clout and trying to get the rub from William Huckabee.
Is that not what you're doing?
You issued that challenge.
Is that not what you're doing? Is that not what you're doing?
No, it's not what I'm doing. I am establishing my dominance. People know when I get in that ring, you don't just
nobody knows who the fuck you are. Oh, excuse me, gentlemen. Gentlemen, let's ask the question. Did before this show, did any of you know who Lamar Diggs was? Did anybody else on this show know who Lamar Diggs was before this show? Did anybody on this show say, "Oh man, I can't"?
We've been paying attention to the build. We've been paying attention to the build to this show. This is why we wanted to have you guys on here, and this is something that we're very excited about.
I'm not talking about that. I'm saying,
Huck, you're like Trump. You ain't got nothing but these weak ass. Everybody know me. Don't nobody know you, but everybody know that I'm gonna beat your ass.
Gentlemen, let's regroup. Let's regroup here. We've got a jam-packed show tonight. There's other members of the roster that also have some things to say to each other. So we want to.
Nobody cares about them. Nobody cares about them. You got that little angry midget, Naja. Nobody cares about that little angry midget.
We care about every guest on our show, even if it is also Naja says. You laugh, but it's true.
We don't care about Hakeem Young. Let's be honest.
Okay. But look, gentlemen, it kind of boils down to this. This conversation started as we actually don't dislike each other, and now it seems that the script has flipped. I have one final question for you guys, Huckabee. I'm going to let you answer first. At this point, given how intensely this rivalry has culminated, do you see any scenario where this rivalry ends without one of you being taken out of PCW entirely?
No. No. I don't see a situation where not only does neither one of us, where somebody doesn't get taken out of PCW, period. I don't see it now because he likes to run his mouth. I don't see a situation where, much like other people in my career, where this isn't like the smell of chitlins. And by that, I mean that this has gone to a different level of, if you think this is just one match, and that's it, Diggs, you're wrong. Because now, after I beat you this Sunday, every time I get an opportunity to whoop your ass, I'm going to do it now. And whenever you think that Will Huckabee has forgotten about me, I'm going to be up your ass, buddy. No diddy. I'm going to be there, haunting every fucking dream that you have now, Diggs. Every time you think that you're about to accomplish something, I'm going to be there to ruin it for you.
Lamar, last word, my friend.
That was cute. But you know what, Huck? You right. After this match this Sunday, all you going to think about is me. You're going to think about that ass whooping I put on you. Every time you get in the ring, you're going to think about, would the next person beat my ass the way Lamar Diggs just handed me my ass? See, I don't need but one fight with you, because when I destroy you, like I said, ain't no pinfalls. This is a fight, Huck. Something you ain't been in a long time. You know what I'm saying? This is a fight to show who's a better man. And when I beat you, I'm going to become your obsession. So you're right. I want you to be there for every for every time I succeed. You're going to be there just watching me, knowing that could have been you. But you decided to be a little punk ass bitch and be a mentor of the year. You decided to be that guy who sat in the back looking for the little green horns. Mr. Huck, can you watch my match, please? You see, Huck?
You know, my daddy told me a long time. You never call a man a bitch unless you can fight. Now, I've tried to give you grace, and you've called me a bitch. And now I'm going to have to whoop your ass for real. See, now we've taken it to a whole different level, bro.
You
I
keep
tried to be
saying
a nice
what
guy.
you gonna do, but I want you to prove. See, that's the Hunk I miss right there. That's the Hunk that used to have that vitriol, that piss and vinegar that I looked up to a long time ago. See, that Hunk right there, that's the one I want. Because Mr. Mentor of the Year, he might survive a heart attack, but he won't survive Lamar Diggs. But that Hunk right there, you better bring him. Or your ass gonna be carried out because the police station right down the road, buddy.
Gentlemen, I think that this is an appropriate time to call it here. I think the time for talk is over. This weekend, King of the Street Challenge, Will Huckabee, Lamar Diggs, PCW, Turn the Page 2. It'll be this Sunday. It'll be streaming on ITV Live in a couple of weeks once that is uploaded. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us tonight, and may the best man win.
I can't believe you rushed us off that little midget Naja.
Worried about the wrong things, my man.
I ain't worried about you, you punk ass. Now what? Since you want to be disrespectful.
It just says you got to pay us another visit sometime, Will.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I'll come back and see you guys without this fat, flubbery Alabama-ass fan.
All right.
These old ass.
On that note, yes, we're gonna.
Yeah,
move on.
this has been a
Thank
pleasure,
you both
gentlemen.
for joining us.
Thank you both. Best of luck this weekend.
Ooh.
Shit. Why the fuck do we do this to ourselves every time?
I don't know.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no.
I was gonna say, if you want to introduce the next guests, I don't know who's next, but I will be right back if you want to start the introductions.
That is perfectly fine. Before I actually do start the introductions, everybody watching, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Remember to follow us at Junkies Pod for all things Wrestling Junkies Podcast. Follow us on Instagram, like us on Facebook, but more importantly, please do us a favor, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are on this road to 1,000 subscribers right now. We need your help to get there. We have 357 right now. So yeah, again, every little bit helps. And if you want to see incredible content like this and seeing these entertaining interactions that we have with wrestlers, to say the least, that is the place to do it. But nevertheless, we press on. Next up, again, massive night, PCW Turn the Page this Sunday, October 20th. We'll be streaming later on IWTV. This is one of the most anticipated matches of the year here as well. Neither Rose Gold nor Nathaniel Vanderbilt are strangers to controversy, and it's all come to a boiling point as they step into the ring in a no-holds-barred match this Sunday. Now, Rose Gold has made it very, 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 very clear that she is out for revenge, and Nathaniel has his own thoughts about this relationship and how things have unfolded. So we very clearly have a lot to discuss. So without further ado, let's welcome Rose Gold and Nathaniel Vanderbilt to the show. Rose, Nathaniel, thank you both so much for joining us tonight.
No problem.
So I just have to ask, how did things get so personal here?
Oh, how did things get so personal? Answer that question. Let them know. Let them know how they got personal. Because someone got jealous.
Things got because you decided to take all the limelight. We were supposed to be a duo, and yet you decided to take all the limelight, take all the title opportunities, and you just left me hanging high and dry. I had people.
It's not my fault. People like me better.
I had to hold cameras for people to take pictures with you.
That's not my problem. I mean, it's not my fault I look like this and you look like that. It's not my fault I'm the more talented one. That's your problem. If you wanted to stand in the background, girl, you should have found some average Joe off the street, but that ain't me, baby.
Whatever.
So, sounds like there's a little bit of tension. Just a smidge. No holds barred match. How did we get here already? How did it get to this level so soon?
Answer that one.
Because someone got jealous. Someone couldn't handle being with somebody who's actually a star. Someone decided it'd be a good idea to hit me in the back with a chair. I had a title match. Something that you, again, like you just said, something that you'll never have, right? Because you're not good enough.
didn't hit you in the back with a chair until after I cost you that match. But okay, yeah. No, I kicked you right in your face, right in front of you. I let you see it coming. Because I don't hide.
Oh, you don't hide? You don't hide? You've been
Yes.
ducking me. You hiding right now. You in the dark right now. What you don't hide? You've been ducking me for months.
I'm in my car right now. I can turn lights. Care. I'm not hiding from you.
You're afraid of me. It's okay. I get it, boo. I'd be afraid of you too if I wasn't me. I get it.
Okay, whatever.
So, Rose, you said on Instagram when this match was announced that Nathaniel broke your heart. For those that have not necessarily gotten a chance to keep up with what's going on at PCW, can you elaborate on this a little bit more?
Yeah, someone decided that they got too jealous of me after 5 years of being with me. 5 years of a great relationship. I mean, I thought I was going to marry this man, but clearly I wasn't going to marry a man anyway, so maybe it's a good thing. You broke my heart for no reason, because you're jealous, because you wanted the approval of other people. For what? So you wanted the limelight, right? You wanted the shine. You got it. Everybody talking about us now. Congratulations. Great job. Let's give him a hand. Great job. You got it. But was it worth it? You've lost everything that was good in your life when you lost me. So cool, great. But now people are talking about you. But what do you have to show for it? No championships.
It was 100% worth it. I would do it again in a heartbeat, over and over and over again.
I'd love to see you try it again.
Okay, we'll see. We'll turn the page. You're going to see for real. I will be happy.
What I'm going to see? You be a loser again?
Like
how you lost our dealer's choice title? Because I wouldn't have lost it.
You being a puddle of nothing in the middle of the ring. I'll let you relive that as many times as you want at Turn the Page.
Okay.
So, Nathaniel, what, as Rose stated, 5 years. What was the breaking point? Like, how did this happen after 5 years of this? What? She's mentioned jealous a few times. Is that what happened? Did the jealousy come over you?
It's not jealousy. I mean, look, I was sick and tired of having to play second fiddle to someone who's half as talented as me. All right, y'all see me in the ring.
Talented. Why is everybody paying attention to me then?
Y'all seen what I'm capable of, and yet I was being held back because somebody wanted all the limelight, all the praise, all the title opportunities, a stupid award. Like, she wanted everything, and I just had to sit back and watch as you got everything handed to you.
So I was holding you back because I won an award that people voted for me for. Because I won championships that I earned. I was holding you back because people weren't looking at you if they was looking at me. That ain't my fault. Baby, when you see Rose Gold, you see a star. When you see Nathaniel Vanderbilt, you just see some dude. That was what the issue was. You want to say you're not jealous? You're not jealous that people don't take pictures with you like they take pictures with me? You're not jealous that I got all the followers and you don't? You're not jealous of that? You're not jealous that I got an award and you didn't even get nominated for one? You're not jealous of that?
Listen, Rose. The only reason you got that award were the people voting for you. They just wanted to be in your pants.
Okay.
So congrats. You got the In Your Pants award. You did it. Woo! Yay! Somebody ring a bell for her. She did it.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Let's...
Oh, so now we're mad I'm attractive. Okay. You weren't even nominated, so I don't know what that says about you.
Be nominated for a female award.
You weren't nominated for any awards because nobody cares about you unless you're standing next to Rose Gold. Because that's all you ever were. That's all you're ever going to be is Rose Gold's boyfriend. Now Rose Gold's ex-boyfriend. That's all you ever are. That's all people say when they see you.
I will.
Mr. Cincinnati, you have the next question. That was
Is this weekend, is this the end of this rivalry, or are we just getting started?
Oh, no. We're just getting started. You see, No, I plan on making Rose's life at PCW a living hell for the foreseeable future.
Okay. I mean, we'll see how you'll be able to do that after I beat you to a pulp. I mean, I'm gonna put you in the hospital. Let's just keep it what it is. The urgent care ain't too far. You can most definitely go see them afterwards. I'm not playing with you no more. You want a no holds barred match? For what? Because you can't even fight. I can fight for real. I know you can't. So I don't know why you want to do this.
You don't think I can fight?
I know
You'll
you
find
can.
out. You'll find out. When I drag you across the entire building, yeah, you'll find out.
You can't even lift me. So how you gonna do that? You're too weak for all that now.
All right.
You just like to run your mouth. You ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't about nothing.
I am about something. I'm going to prove it to you at Turn the Page. When I drag your ass across the entire building, and then not only to beat you at Turn the Page, no, not exposing you for the fraud that you are. Okay, because everybody's gonna at Turn the Page that was the talent, that I was a star, that you were nothing more than a pretty face. That's all you ever will be.
I'm all that and a pretty face and a nice body. All of that.
Oh, it's true. They say hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. This Sunday, October 20th, Turn the Page 2, No Holds Barred, Rose Gold versus Nathaniel Vanderbilt. No holds barred. Again, this is just I just see chaos ensuing. Rose, Nathaniel, thank you both for joining us tonight, and the best person win.
The best woman will
you listen
win.
Here.
Wait.
I'm going to inflict harm unlike you are not prepared for. Okay, Rose?
That didn't even sound like you meant that sentence.
You will not.
You could say it more believable. Put the
You will
script
not
down.
be able
man.
to lift you. Okay? I will do everlasting damage to you with that chair. Oh, with that chair in my hand. I really just can't wait to devastate you with that chair.
Okay, I don't need to use big words that I don't know the definition of. I'm just gonna beat your ass. I'm gonna beat your ass. I'll put you in the urgent care. Stop playing with me. Like, what are you doing back and forth for?
Yeah. With that being said, good luck to both of you, and
thank you very much for joining us. Hope to have you both on again soon. Maybe not at the same time next time.
Definitely not at the same time.
We'll keep it separate.
Take care.
Thank you. Whew. What did we agree to?
I don't.
What did you agree to?
I don't know. Okay. Well, I'll take that up with Naja. Okay, this was.
Oh man.
Wow. I kind of need a drink. That. Whew. You know what? Yeah, I need it. Yeah.
Where the hell are you going? Get back here. Get back here. Don't now we're gonna start fighting. Don't do that. I don't want that to happen.
Fight all the fucking time.
I don't want that.
Don't you?
I don't want that. No, you're letting Turn the Page get to us. We're still friends. Speaking.
Yeah, I mean we're friends for life. You know that.
Speaking of friends,
you know.
Hey Hakeem. Sorry. That was funny.
You realize like you're the first. Like if there was one person between the two of us, he's got to pick the punch in the face first. It's probably gonna be you.
That's fine.
It's man. All right. Well, again, thank you to everybody that is watching with us tonight. This is a massive episode. Thank you to our guests so far: Suge D, Jamesen Shook, Will Huckabee, Lamar Diggs, Nathaniel Vanderbilt, and Rose Gold. Again, Action Wrestling and Platinum. This upcoming weekend, you do not want to miss these shows. They will be on IWTV. But now it's time to talk about the main event. Turn the Page, Platinum Championship Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. Hunter James and Naja, neither of these gentlemen are strangers to this show. Hunter James was on last week. Things got heated then. Naja was on to talk about last year's Turn the Page, and he told us to kiss his black ass on our show. So we made a lot of friends in Georgia last year. So here he is again. I don't know.
Spring
yeah. Well, look, this one's a little bit more important here. This match has been 3 years in the making. Mat Wrestling Classics, brutal hardcore matches. This is it. This is the main event. This is the final time that these guys are going to face off for the championship. The stakes could not be higher. Hunter has said that Narcissism can kiss this title goodbye. Narcissism has vowed to break Hunter James once and for all. So we're going to talk to them. It looks like Hunter is backstage here waiting to come on. Narcissism, surprise, is
late. Of course
nowhere to be found. So, all right. Without further ado, let's bring on our boy, Hollywood Hunter James. What's going on?
How we doing, guys?
What's up? Long time no see.
Yeah, right?
I know. You know what? I'm a little calmer today, okay?
Okay.
Good.
Talk to me about 5 minutes.
Fuck Tyler Shoot. You know, no, I've been here for the whole show. I promise you this is gonna be totally different than what you've seen with the past 2 interviews.
Okay. Well, he's late because he always is.
Go figure. I mean, he's not good at anything but being late and talking and everything else under the sun. That has nothing to do with that championship.
Okay.
Well,
All right.
I mean, hey, look at it this way. I mean, it's the Hunter James show right now. As much as Hakeem Young would love it to be the Hakeem Young show, we're gonna call the Wrestling Junkies podcast the Hunter James show for the next few minutes until Navi comes on. It's all about him. It's all about him.
See, Hunter shows up, Hakeem. You see that?
Yeah.
You see? How many times have you been on now? 3? 4?
Yeah,
If
Something like that?
And he doesn't have to call us a fucking mark every time he comes on the show. So like,
Come on, Hakeem.
I appreciate it.
There's a way to do it, Hakeem. We would
you know
happily
what?
have you back on.
MJF wants his line back.
Ooh, shots fired.
Yep. Well,
I'm just saying.
we're gonna come back to that. But man, turn the page. Main event. I mean, PCW Heavyweight Championship. You know, you've had a hell of an evolution over the last year, and this story spans even longer than that. 3 years in the making for this. You know, we again, mat classes, hardcore matches. What makes this time different?
It's main event. Me and him has never clashed in a main event for the PCW championship. I don't think we've ever had a championship match. If I don't remember one. He wasn't champion the last time we wrestled at PCW. None of the times at Wrestle America, Anarchy matches. Like, this is match 5, I want to say. We're 2-2. So the stakes cannot be any higher. And honestly speaking, the championship, that's the biggest thing. If the championship wasn't there, it would be Hunter James versus Narcissism. It didn't matter where you put it. It steals the show, match of the year quality, whatever you want to call it. But at the end of the day, the championship is making this match. And it's our job to show up and make that championship proud. And I can't do PCW any more prouder than bringing that championship home with Hollywood.
So, adding another title to your, shoulders, I guess, waist, shoulder, whatever.
Whatever.
That's even more pressure. How do you handle that? Like that is another title and another promotion that you're going to be the face of. How is that weighing on you?
So, someone who just recently lost the championship on Friday, I need that swagger back. Even it's only been a week, I need that swagger back. I need that taste of gold. Some people talk about bloodlust. I got gold lust. I love the feeling of having the gold around my waist. And pressure makes diamonds. I think I said that last show that I was on last week, but it truly does. I was in front. I wrestled for SmackDown and NWA and AEW and TNA. Yeah. This is PCW. This is homegrown. This is one of my so-called homes. It's a home away from home. If Southern Fried Championship Wrestling is considered my home, PCW is my home away from home. So this one, especially since everything happened so naturally. I was one of the most hated guys in PCW, if not the most hated guy. I was an outcast. I was by myself. Even when I brought Javier Reyes in and made him the biggest star that he could possibly be, but, can't outshine me. We were still by ourselves. And the crowd one night decided we like Hunter James. They like this controversial little asshole that says what's on his chest, And, you know, if it's on his mind, everyone's going to know it. Everyone's going to hear about it. I'm loud, obnoxious. I know what I am. I'm straight from reality TV, baby. I just know I'm a star, and everyone else knows it. But Naja, there was nothing natural about Naja's interactions with fans, right? This was the guy who kissed their ass for so long. I have never been an ass kisser in my life, and I never will be, but he kissed so much fan ass. And then all of a sudden, I'm going to use a taser. Why? I don't know. Just because I found one in the parking lot. The taser out of nowhere tells the fans to shove it. Like, it made no sense what he does. There's still no real reason why he did what he did. And now he's been holding PCW hostage. Hoochie Mania. I never got a show named after me. Come on now. I think there's some little biases here, but the bias goes away when you're champion. No one can tell you you're wrong. You're the best. You're the best at that time, at that promotion. Right now, Najicism is the best. Do I believe it? No. But factually, it's there. It's like, if Naja's the theory that the earth is round, I guess I'm a flat earther. And I've got to prove everyone wrong. While I don't believe that the earth is flat, my point is proven.
So,
Yeah.
I mean,
I think I broke Mr. Cincinnati.
I just want to break this down a little bit here because you've mentioned Hoochie Mania running wild, and when you were on last week, we talked about the contract signing going south, and you know what are you going to do to neutralize the Naja team that he's going to inevitably have around him this weekend?
Oh. I'll even say this on air. So I want Naja to know it's coming. Usually people are like, oh, I'm not going to expose my plans. My plan's ever evolving. Naja has 5 friends now. Not only have I made some friends, ERC, good friend of the show, Hollywood Connection, running wild. I have some, the enemy of my enemies, my friends, and I wouldn't call, Deion Summers enemies. Maybe I bought him a shot of tequila on his birthday. And that's good. And we both hate ENT. That's a friend of mine. Quattro Cabezas, not happy with ENT. Friend of mine. You name every person that they have screwed over for the past year, if not longer. Each and every one of those people want to be in my position. But they can't be. So what do? If you can't beat them, join them. You can't beat the position I'm in, walk beside me. Walk across Hollywood Boulevard. Walk to PCW. And stand beside me. And if that doesn't work, if I stand there and I'm truly by myself, which I highly doubt, I will have a arena packed with each and every one of them people telling me where they're coming from. If they're coming from the door, they're pointing. I've got eyes. They work just fine. And I've got ears that tell me that them fans are telling me where they are. If there's anything that happens, those fans are going to let me know. We may not have always gotten along, but it seems like PCW, Conyers, Georgia has turned into Hollywood Boulevard on the Sunset Strip real quick over the past year.
Ever the confident one.
Oh, yeah.
What can I say?
Have to be.
See,
so, the matches you've had with him have been technical to hardcore. What are we expecting for this one? Is there going to be an in-between, or do you think this is going to go one extreme or the other?
I wish I had an answer. I am still the Hunter James that will do anything it takes to win. I am no stranger to shortcuts. Never have been. If it gets the job done, it gets the job done. I'm sorry Sally Sue knew the answer to number 3 and I had to take a peek. If I don't know the answer, I'm going to find it by hook or by crook.
Hey,
and I can do it by my and I can hook and crook on my own. I don't need 4 other people. So, I can't tell you what this match is going to be, but I can tell you one thing. It's going to be a can't miss. It's a must watch. It's a instant classic waiting for us. I mean, yes, hardcore matches. Jesus Christ. I am maybe just a little bit thankful that I ain't got to deal with Naja throwing trash cans at me and throwing chairs. He's a thrower. That's one thing. That motherfucker is a thrower. He don't swing nothing. He'll throw stuff at you, though. I don't know, guys. Like, I wish and I hope that we can go out there mano a mano and just bang this out, have a banger, and steal the whole damn state in one damn night. Some of that may happen. Mano a mano, I don't believe it. Not a chance in hell.
No.
I know I'm at an uphill battle. I've been at an uphill battle my entire damn life. That's why I'm so confident. Because I've earned every single accolade that has came my way. National championships, state championships, championships in pro wrestling, and academic scholars. Said it once, I'll say it again. I'm confident, not cocky, because I can back every single thing I say up.
We definitely know that is absolutely fucking true. Hunter, we don't know where Naja is, but guess we got one final question for you.
Lay it on me.
And at this point, this is, again, 3 years in the making. Is there any respect between the two of you guys, or is this just pure bloodlust at this point?
It's not bloodlust. That would take energy. Hate takes energy. What I want's that championship. What I want is a champion that'll perform every night. I know I can be that guy. Respect for Najicism. There's a respect for what he does. He is damn good. I wouldn't say he's the greatest, the baddest, the best. I don't know how you can do that at 4'11", but until I met him, I didn't know they stack shit that high. Respect. I respect Naja. I don't like him. I don't hate him. That would take energy. But at the end of the day, it's the Hunter James show. You said it. And PCW, turn the page. It's the Hollywood show. I think we'll have some neon lights at the end of the night, some tequila shots, and some blondes following me around with the gold around my waist, and maybe the gold ends up on the bedroom floor at the end of the night.
Can't argue with that.
Damn right. Podcast dad knows what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, you think that belt hasn't been on the floor? Come on now.
I would hope not. I'd be disappointed at you.
You're in trouble.
Man, Hunter, always good to catch up with you. Again, you guys can catch Najicism, Hunter James, PCW Heavyweight Championship
hopefully
this Sunday, October 20th. I mean,
probably missed the show. Does that mean I win the championship?
He's not getting paid to be here, so it's just fuck the Wrestling Junkies in his mind, but it's okay. It's all right.
Regular Hakeem.
It's fine. He doesn't know what publicity is if he looked it up in the dictionary. I'd be surprised if he spell it.
Hunter, always good to see you, man.
That championship goodbye because Hollywood has arrived.
Hey, give him hell this weekend, man.
Will do. Hollywood, out.
Good to see you, boys.
All right.
Also, I just want to point out that Nathaniel Vanderbilt's going live on Instagram right now, talking more shit about Rose Gold. That
good. Go over there and watch him.
Yeah. No. And yeah. No. I mean, we're almost done here, but if you guys want to go check that out, that is going on Instagram Live. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. Thank you again to all of our guests: Jamesen Shook, Suge D, William Huckabee, Lamar Diggs, Rose Gold, Nathaniel Vanderbilt, and Hollywood Hunter James. Najicism, it's okay. We'll probably still give you another chance down the line anyway. We're a pretty forgiving group of people here, unless your name is Hakeem Young. Anyway. Yeah, that is going to do it for us tonight. We know this episode's gotten a little bit longer in the tooth. We'll be back tomorrow to talk NXT as well as AEW Dynamite. Please do us a huge favor. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Choops, what's that magic number?
1, which is the minute that you get before my wife kicks down this door, folks. Subscribe to our YouTube, please.
Okay, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us at Junkies Pod on X. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Junkies Pod. Follow the Main Event Wrestling Network. Support our merch store, GorillaPressApparel.BigCartel.com. Use promo code WJP2024 for 25% off site-wide. We will be back tomorrow night. Thank you again to all of our guests for the podcast, Dad. I'm Mr. Cincinnati. This has been the Wrestling Junkies Podcast. We'll see you tomorrow.